Hi friends! So today I'm going to take you into our laundry room over here, or I will bring things out because it's a little scary in there. I'm going to be showing you my top 10 list of art supplies that we use to be creative, whether my kids just need a few minutes to sit down and paint for a bit, or if we're going to actually dive into a whole new project. These are my top 10 things that I think are essential and easy and perfect for you to have in your home when you want to start being creative with your kids. So let's dive in. Okay, so number one on my list is maybe my favorite one because it serves two purposes, and that is a drop cloth. And they are not only pretty because of the color, I love the creamy color and the texture of it, but they're durable and they will hold up and be sturdy for a long time. I use this to just cover up our table. Anytime the kids want to paint or do a project, I got a big enough one to cover our 8-foot table. The double purpose of this is that they can create on it, and then when they're all done, look at it. This is like an art piece in itself with all their creative markings on it. And I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I know that I'm gonna save it for years to come, and I may cut it up and make small little canvases with it to hang on our wall, or I may continue to use it with my grandkids someday. I don't know, but that is the number one thing I think you guys should invest in when you want to start creating with your kids. So that's a drop cloth. Get yourself one of those. Number two are paintbrushes. I've given my kids my old paintbrushes before that I no longer use, but they're still like in decent shape for them to just be creative with. Like these watercolor-ish ones. I just collect a lot of paintbrushes, especially because kids don't remember to wash them out all the time and they get all stiff and crunchy. So I just keep collecting paintbrushes from all over the place. Number three are craft paints, and I usually get like the Apple Barrel brand, which is a really good price, or like at Walmart it's the Craft Smart brand, and they're still, I think, a decent quality for kids, but cheap enough that you won't break the bank on them. The other tip that I give with finding paint, like acrylic paint, is to make sure that it's water-based because it's a lot easier to clean up. Our bench has been painted on, our table has been painted on, and I just quickly wipe it up with water and it gets out. I will not guarantee that it comes out of clothes or fabric or anything, so to each your own on that one. But if it is water-based, you are in a lot better standing with the craft paint. Number four are colored pencils. I have a huge basket of colored pencils that I just dump in all the time. Anytime my kids get colored pencils, they go in this basket, and we have a creative space in our house where they get to color and do whatever they want over there. Number five is watercolor paints. Michael's has a great one that is like a really big palette and has a lot of different colors. And for me, watercolors are a great way to get your kids started with paint because they're easy and they love it. It's a pretty easy cleanup, so it all stays in one palette. You don't have to do a lot of setup and a lot of cleanup with it, and that is why I love them. Number six is watercolor paper. And the tip I have for this is I always buy the bigger size because I cut it up in smaller pieces, and then my kids like to paint on like a little tinier canvas, or I give them different sizes so they feel like they're getting to paint on different materials. It'll last a little longer that way. Okay, number seven is just good old printer paper. This I keep on hand all the time. It's so easy for my kids to just go in and grab it and start coloring, and I've saved probably too many pieces of paper with their drawings on it, but it's been a really easy thing for them to just go and do on their own when they want to be creative or they want to color or even like build something with it. They have come up with the most crazy ideas with just paper. So printer paper is a must. Number 8 are just paper plates. I use paper plates for palettes for paint. I use them for crafts. My kids have used them themselves without me even helping them, like to create masks or just different random things that they're building together. And so paper plates are a great thing to have on hand because it's also easy to clean up with if you just have paint all over the plate. It's also another easy thing to just throw away when they're done. Number 9 is foil. So foil I have also used as a paint palette. With the crafting paint, another easy way to just wrap it up and throw it away when they're done with paint and not really have to think about the cleanup. And foil is easy entertainment for kids. They love this stuff. My kids will sit and create sculptures out of foil and they'll come up with so many fun things. They've made glasses with them, they've made hats with them, they've made dolls with them before. So foil is probably one that you already have in your home and you can continue to use it with your kids being creative. And so number 10 is an easy one, and you might already have this one too, but it's just masking tape. I'm talking about like the creamy color, like painter masking tape. That's pretty easy to just pull right off if they get it on the wall or they get it on the floor, and they love it. They tape everything. They love to go and use tape on almost every project they do. So that's a great one too. When I'm going into it, I'm thinking most likely I'm gonna throw this stuff away, but the end goal is that they are creating and they're doing something with their hands and they're doing something fun. And so the end goal isn't always to have something beautiful or like a keepsake for a long period of time. There are times where we do a project like that, but the end goal most of the time is just to have something in front of them that they can create with, that they can think outside the box, and that they can easily access in our home. So those are my top 10 art supplies that we have on hand, although I'm constantly thinking of new things that we can have, but these are the ones that I've had and the things that I keep buying because they continue to use them. So I hope this was helpful for you. And I have a list linked below so you can grab these supplies for yourself and have them on hand whenever you need. So pretty. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more tutorials of projects that I have coming later on.